Hello and welcome. Today we are digging into a really fascinating concept, spiritualism. It claims to be a science, a philosophy, and a religion all wrapped up in one. Now, how on earth is that possible? Let's figure it out together.
So let's just start with a quick question for you. When you hear the word spiritualism, which of these boxes do you put it in? Do you think of it as a science, something based on the laws of nature? Maybe a philosophy, a guide for personal growth? Or is it a religion, something that connects us to a higher power?
Well, here's the thing. The really interesting claim at the very heart of spiritualism is that the answer isn't one of the above. It's all three. And that's the puzzle we're going to start piecing together right now. So, the big question is, right? How can one single idea be all of these things at the same time? Let's go ahead and break down this spiritual puzzle and see exactly how those pieces are meant to fit. Okay, let's dive in. We're going to treat each of these parts like a key, and we're going to use them to unlock the bigger picture one piece at a time. So, first up is the science part of it all.
Let's grab our first key. How in the world can spiritualism be thought of as a science? Well, the answer, it turns out, is all about its relationship with the natural world.
Okay, and this is where it gets really interesting. You know, when we think of science, we're probably picturing labs, beakers, experiments. But in this context, science is defined as a community governed by the laws of nature. So it's not about what we do in a lab, it's about the fundamental, universal rules that govern everything.
So the thinking here is that these natural laws are the bedrock for, well, everything. That means things like spiritual healing or communicating with spirit aren't viewed as some kind of supernatural magic. Instead, they're seen as a direct use of natural laws that maybe we just don't fully get yet.
All right, so let's move on to our second key and see how this all builds on each other. Now we're going to turn inward and look at spiritualism as a philosophy of the self.
The philosophical heart of this is really all about that journey of personal growth. It's built on the idea that real power comes from knowing yourself, and we get that knowledge by learning, by educating ourselves, and just by expanding our awareness of the world and our own place in it.
In this image, I think just shows that journey so perfectly. This isn't just about reading books and getting smarter. The real goal here is to connect our logical, rational mind, our head, with our intuitive, emotional side, our heart.
And what's the point of this whole journey? What's the destination? It's that incredible moment when we find wholeness and realize we are complete. That is such a powerful idea of being whole all on your own.
And that brings us to our third and final key, spiritualism as a religion. But it's probably not in the way you're used to thinking about religion.
See, this religious part isn't about doctrines or rigid rules. It's all about connection. It's this idea that when you align yourself with a higher power, with God, you start to hear the universe speaking right to your spirit, offering you comfort and a sense of guidance.
So what do you get from this connection? Well, it's not a list of do's and don'ts. It's things like love, a real sense of compassion for nature, genuine wisdom, and this deep, profound comfort.
Now this is a really, really crucial point. Spiritualism isn't trying to replace anyone's faith. The idea is actually the opposite, that its foundation can enhance and even strengthen the traditional religious beliefs a person already holds.
Okay, so we've got our three keys: science, philosophy, and religion. Let's put them all together now and see how they create one solid, stable structure.
So let's do a quick recap. We have the science, which is grounded in the unshakable laws of nature. We have the philosophy, which gives us the power that comes from self-knowledge. And then we have the religion, which offers that direct connection to the universe.
And when you put those three pillars together, they create something incredibly strong, a cornerstone. This becomes the solid, reliable base that you can actually build your entire life on, giving it meaning, direction, and structure.
And all of this leads to a pretty profound final thought. When these three things are all working together, the claim is that we are the reflection of God through our expression of spirituality. Our lives, how we live them, become the proof.
So I'll just end by turning this back to you. If you think about your own foundation, your own cornerstone, which piece might need a little more focus? Is it the science, the philosophy, or the religion? Definitely something to think about. Thanks so much for joining me.